Welcome back to another episode of the Conquest Raw. At least that's what I think I'm going to call it from now on going forward. So it's my morning. I work nights, so I get up late. And, I got my cup of coffee here, and I'm ready to start this episode. So for this last week, I did run a little bit late. Sorry about that on my podcast. I just had some unfortunate circumstances where my computer got full. Wasn't paying attention to it, and I had to move a lot of resources around when it's full. It just goes a little bit slower. So, right in the middle of editing, I had to go through and move all these files, and then I was like, okay, I'll get up early the next morning and finish editing. Well, the power went out. After I had got up, eaten breakfast, taken my dog for a walk, I was like, okay, let's get ready to start editing. And the power had gone out for a couple hours, so I wasn't able to finish the episode then. And then my weekends are my busiest times. I work really hard on the weekends, and then the turnaround sometimes for me to go to closing to opening, it gets a little hard on me. So I end up being really busy on the weekends. So I wasn't actually able to finish it until I did, and then I released it. Hopefully this week will be on time. I'm going to start filming the episode probably tonight, and then start editing it during the week. But on to what I've been doing. I'm almost finished assembling all of the Conquest models that I have. Unfortunately, I made a little bit of a mistake when I was doing, let's see, I got these bound clones. So let's see if we can get it. Hold on a second, let me zoom on the right thing. Hey, stop. There we go. Zoom in on the right thing. So I got little bound clones. Well, this is not the way that it's supposed to go. Read the instructions, guys. Read the instructions. I was just doing it freehand and thinking I can get them done, and end up putting these legs on the wrong one. And because of that, now I only have 8 of the 12. I've got a couple legs that are just now backwards, or I can't fit them on because they would be backwards. So I'll have to figure something else out about those, but at least these ones will be good for First Blood for now, and I'll probably buy another regiment for if I want to keep them in the Last Argument. So, I have also some Vanguard. I think some Vanguard clones. I forget which clones they are. The ones with little spears. I think they're the Vanguard clones, but I have those as well, and they're all cleaned up. So that's why it takes me so long. Is I'll clip them from the sprues, and then I'll use a straight edge, razor, and a hobby knife, and start shaving the little seam marks and all the little marks for where I clipped and everything. And that process just takes time. And it's like a little nitty gritty pieces, and you're going through and cleaning up every one of them. And so while I was out of glue for a couple days, I spent a lot of time just cleaning up those pieces and was doing that. Now I got glue back, and I've been assembling, and I should hopefully be done in the next day or two, assembling all those models, and then I can get to the fun part, which is, painting. The weather's getting a lot better right now, so I'm really glad I was able to get some. Oh, it's all looking at the wrong thing. So the weather's been better, so I actually got some now airbrush cleaner, which I was completely out of. So now I can actually airbrush again, and then I really like this this primer here. This is a good primer. Let's see if I can get it. It's really good to go. It coats really well. So I just it's a little expensive, but I've been liking it a lot. And then I'm going to start using that as my primer. I'm going to prime all these models, and then probably do a bone white when it comes to the spire. I like to have them that color, and then highlight some other colors into there, or do some other colors for the ribbon. I also have in finishing up my Steel Legions. Come on, get it. Let's see if I can get it here. No. There we go. Get those Steel Legion. No. Sorry about the focal thing here. There. So you can see them. There's Steel Legion. I had one more regiment that I was just never had put together, which would give me 3 full regiments, which is not something I think I really need, but I've always liked them. I like painting them, so actually I may even have more of that now that I think about it. I did some events where I was teaching how to paint Steel Legion, so I ended up with a couple more, and then just going to other events. I've accumulated more Steel Legion than I really need, but this will be the last regiment I'll probably put together. I'll probably make these ones specifically for doing First Blood, just because the other ones kind of are already tied into their bases and everything when it comes to Last Argument of Kings. I 3D printed their bases and the stands for them so that they could be matching. I wanted them all cobblestone. I know there's been a previous video and also on my Instagram, but these ones I'm going to probably do completely different. I'll probably base them probably in fields and stuff like that, and again probably use them as First Blood models only, especially for doing demos and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm really excited to get back to actually painting, because I really haven't been painting that much because of the assembling. I've been spending most of my time assembling, just trying to get everything pieced together. In the last 2 weeks, I've assembled, let's see, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 regiments. And that's, a bunch of pieces to clean up and put together. And then I ran out of glue, obviously, and just had to do some other stuff with the podcast. But everything's come along nicely. I'm hopefully going to start doing some demos here soon. I'm just waiting for some changes at my job to take place, and then I'll know kind of my schedule a little bit better. But I want to make sure that nothing happens with my schedule at work before I start doing demos again. But I'm coming this close to about starting to do demos again, in-store demos, and I'm really excited to start doing that. So hopefully I'll be back to doing that as well. There's more coming soon. Keep checking the channel, and we'll see you next week.